Okay, so it's a bit of a wordy one. Max sees this special offer in a shop. Buy one large plate and get one small plate for half of the normal price. Then it's got the normal price of the large plate is £2. The normal price of the small plate is 80p. Max wants to buy 6 large plates and 6 small plates using this offer. He has £15. Has Max got enough money? You must show your work, show how you get your answer. So first off then, he buys one large plate and he gets a small plate for half price. Okay, so that means that if he buys one large plate, that will cost him £2. We can deal with that. Max, I think, he can stretch to £2. But if he does that, then he gets the offer where each small plate is half of the normal price. So instead of being 80p, we're going to divide that by 2. So actually, that means Max is going to be able to buy a small plate for 40p. Okay. So that means if Max bought one large and one small, that would cost him a total of £2 and 40p. Okay, one of them, and half price one of them, so that's £2.40. And Max wants to buy 6 of them, so he's going to spend 6 lots of £2.40. So I'm going to do that in a slightly odd way. I'm going to say 6 times £2. So that's his large plates, would cost me a total of £12. And 6 times 40p. Well, I think I probably can do this in my head, but I'm just going to write it out because it doesn't matter. I'm not going to run out of time in my exam. So add them together: 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. So that's going to cost me 240p. 240p is the same as £2.40. So in total then, for both 6 large, 6 small, that's going to cost me a total of £12 plus £2.40. That's going to cost me £14.40. So can Max afford it? Max can afford it. Okay, it's done. A total of 700 tickets were sold for a football match. Or on sale for a football match, sorry. 452 were sold. How many were not sold? So I've got to do some subtraction there. So I'm going to do it this way, I think. 0 subtract 2 I can't do, so I need to get some from the next column across again, which I can't do. So I'm going to need to borrow all the way from this side. So I'm going to change that 600 into 10 tenths. And now I can borrow one of those 10 tens and make it 9 tens and 10 units. 10 subtract 2 gives me 8. 9 subtract 5 gives me 4. And 6 subtract 4 gives me 2. So my answer to that one would be 248. For a different football match, 297 tickets were sold at £9.50 each. 399 tickets were sold at £19.50 each. Work out an estimate. Now that's the most important word in this question. For the total amount of money paid for all these tickets, you must show all of your working. So I'm going to write it down to give myself a little bit of space. So 297 tickets is roughly 300 tickets. Yeah, it's not exactly, but it's roughly. Each of those are £9.50 each. So that is roughly £10 per ticket. Now again, it's an approximation, an estimate. So if I do it for that, that gives me about £3,000. Same logic for this one. 399 is roughly 400 tickets. And those tickets are even more expensive. They're £19.50 each, which is roughly £20. So if I now multiply those things together, I get £8,000. So if I was going to estimate how much I made in total, it would be £3,000 plus £8,000, and that would give me a total of approximately £11,000. Now, is that an underestimate or an overestimate? Well, I know that I haven't actually sold 300 tickets, I've sold less than that. I haven't actually made it £10 a ticket, I've made £9.50. So my answer is an overestimate, as my numbers have all been rounded up.